Hey, what's up YouTube? Dual Silent here. Coming at you with a deck profile for my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. I had some requests on making a video as to why I have the card choices I do in this deck, and I actually rebuilt it a little bit since the last profile, so I figured I'd just go ahead and give you guys a new deck profile. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'll get into a little bit more detail in this video than I did in the last one. Alright. So, start off the deck. 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, because why not? It's a Blue Eyes deck. Want to run 3 of the main guy. 3 Blue Eyes Alternative, because he's your rank 7, I mean not rank 7, rank 8 engine. Trust me, I've been playing Blue Eyes for a while. I know it's an 8, not 7. That was, I don't know what caused that. But I run 3 Alternative just because he's your rank 8 engine, pretty much. And then 3 Sage, because he can search out your like white stones, so that if you have consonants in hand and him, you can get that draw. He can also search out Effect Veiler too, so that's helpful. Next I run 2 Dragon Spirit of White, just finish off the level 8 engine, so that really he's your spell and trap removal, but you don't run into that a whole lot anymore unless you're facing a random deck at tournaments like Tellarknights, because honestly people do still play those. I still play those at tournaments when I go, so yeah. Next you run your white stones, so 3 ancients and 1 legend. Legend's a searcher. Ancients, when it's sent to the grave in the end phase, you can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from deck. That includes Dragon Spirit of White. But he can also, but Ancients also, when it's in grave, you can banish it to add a Blue Eyes card from, a Blue Eyes monster from grave to hand. So he's really helpful when it comes to getting your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon back to your extra deck if you've used both and you need it again. Next is a different engine than what I ran in the last video. 2 Archbrave and 1 Goliath. Goliath is really helpful against decks like Sky Striker and Thunder Dragon because he prevents players from being able to special summon monsters from the extra deck except Morphage monsters, and Archbrave Dragon can summon him real easily from the grave, as long as they're both sent there. Or as long as they're both in the grave, I guess I should say. So, what you want to do really is use trade in on Goliath because he's a level 8. So you can easily rank up, go into a rank 8 using him and get rid of his effects. Then you want to either Foolish Burial or Dragon Shrine your Archbrave, and then on your opponent's standby, you'll get Goliath out. And then next I run Glow Up Bulb. Glow Up Bulb is really just to help you get out Crystal Wing, because I do still run it in the deck. Can't run Ancient Fairy, but I still wanted to find a way to run Crystal Wing. So then I run 2 Effect Veiler because it's in this deck. It is literally a searchable impermanence. So yeah. And then 2 Ash Blossom, which is really helpful in the deck. Really, Ash Blossom is just a staple for any deck in the meta now. Then that's it for the monsters, so onto the spells. 3 trade-in for draw power and 2 consonants for draw power as well. Consonants can also help you get your white stone effects going because it sends them to grave. That's not centered. Okay, there we go. So you have your draw power. You kind of want to be able to summon your monsters from graveyard. So 3 Return of the Dragon Lords and 1 Silver's Cry. I was running 2 Silver's Cry at one point. I just found that 1 is a little bit better for the deck. Helps with consistency. Then you want your Searchers. So your 3 Melody of Awakening Dragon helps kick off your plays. And then 1 Dragon Shrine for the Archbrave and the White Stones as well. Monster Reborn 1 for 1 to kind of get your sages and stuff to the field. Foolish Burial, also for Arc Brave. And then Soul Charge, because Soul Charge can actually help you build on your plays. That was one of the questions I had on the last profile, was why I wasn't running it. And really, my answer to that is I've just been experimenting with Blue Eyes here recently. So I've been like running tech cards for it and then changing those out for other things, and it's been a mess when it comes to running Blue Eyes for me here recently, because I just want to do different things. I don't run any of the new support, and sorry, there's some different colored sleeves in there. Those are my cards that go in other decks, because normally my decks are all in all black sleeves, but these are the Eclipse sleeves that are black on the inside and white on the outside. Yeah, I don't run the new support because I can't afford it. So I also don't have a Photon Lord, which is fine. I was hoping to pull it tonight when I did pack openings, but I didn't. I didn't get Topologic either, but I did get Bamboozling, Gossip Shadow, and Borreload. So that works. Alright, on to the extra deck. 2 Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, 1 Azure Eyes, Crystal Wing, and Black Rose Moonlight. So Black Rose Moonlight's really helpful in the deck. Really, I run him to specifically summon Crystal Wing, but he can also bounce a special summon monster from your opponent's side of the field, so that's helpful. Then I run 1 number 38. I got a copy to put in the deck. 195, and then I run the rest of the Galaxy Eyes engine. 107, Cypher, Full Armor, and Cypher Blade. Sorry about that glare. I'm not using matte sleeves on my extra deck, except for this next card. So that's when I get a Photon Lord, I'm probably taking out Cypher Blade, because I don't really need it. So yeah, that's it. XZs wise. Links. Link Karibo, because you can easily go into him in the deck. Underclock Taker, because he's like part of the FTK tool in the deck, so is Link Karibo. It's kind of funny. Then Summon Sorceress, because Summon Sorceress is really just helpful. And you can summon her in the deck. It's a little hard. Takes a little bit more dedication than you want, because it has to either be 3 spellcasters or 3 dragons, because that's how the deck is built. But it's still really good for the deck, and when you can pull it off, it gives you 2 link zones, so that you can use your extra deck. So it's pretty helpful. The last card in the deck is what caused a lot of questions. Saryuja Skuldred. So Saryuja, I got asked how come I play it in the deck, because rank 4s they just take a ton of dedication in Blue Eyes. And that is very true. Blue Eyes, if you want to summon a Link 4, it takes a lot more dedication than you would want for the deck. But when you can pull it off, Saryuja is a really good play extender, and can also allow for an FTK, because if you can summon Saryuja, and you have a Blue Eyes in hand, plus you have Return of the Dragon Lords and Silver's Cry in your hand, plus a Ancients in your graveyard, and an alternative was one of the materials you used for it, then you can get... Then you use 4 materials for Saryuja, which you use 4 with different names, which isn't too hard. But Saryuja is really more of a late game card in the deck. But what you do is you summon him with 4 different materials. You get the draw 4. You put 3 back. You want to keep the 3 cards that are in your hand already. The Blue Eyes plus the 2 forget what they're called. The Return of the Dragon Lords and the Silver's Cry, sorry. And then whatever that extra card is, keep it. Banish an Ancients from your graveyard to get Alternative back to your hand. Special summon Alternative. Then use Saryuja's effect to special summon Blue Eyes. You want to special summon those two to zones that Saryuja points to so that they get the extra 300 attack. Then you want to overlay into one of your Galaxy Eyes, preferably Cypher, because, well, Cypher or 107, because then you can go into Full Armor. Full Armor's effect, pop a card on your opponent's side, and then go into 95. 95, you can ditch a Blue Eyes White Dragon and a couple other dragons to your grave. Then you want to use, you're probably already going to have a Blue Eyes in your grave, so you want to use Silver's Cry on the Blue Eyes and Return of the Dragon Lords on either Archbrave or one of your level 8s that is in the grave. Keep in mind though, Alternative can only be summoned from the grave after it has been summoned from the hand first. So then you have your Saryuja, which is at 2800. You have a 4395, a 3300 Blue Eyes, and then whatever you summon in the other zone plus 300. And really, if that fourth card in your hand that you got off of Saryuja is another forget, mind went blank again, is another Return of the Dragon Lords, then you can go ahead and overlay into probably Cypher or 107, whichever one you didn't use, and then go into Cypher Blade, and then Cypher Blade will gain an extra 300, putting him up to 35, which then you can Return of the Dragon Lords on another monster in your grave, and then you have game on board pretty much. So yeah, that's the whole reason why I run Saryuja. So yeah, any other questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I also have a Facebook page for the channel if you would like to follow that. I will put the link to that in the description. And then I also have a Discord that I will also put the link to as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And this video will be uploaded, by the time it's uploaded, it will be 2 days after Christmas. So yeah, I'm planning to start doing an updated deck profile of my decks about once a month, so I'll just keep that in mind, and I'll keep you guys posted. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Duelist Channel Knight, signing off.